Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another edition of What's Hot with Tranquility. I'm your host, Pete Pardo, publisher and CEO of SOT. Today is Thursday, March the 15th. As promised, we've got another new release show, a very notable one that we mentioned the other day on our Frank Zappa box set episode. Of course, we're talking about the new live album, Blu-ray, DVD / CD, Whitesnake's The Purple Tour. There's that bad boy right there. It just came out a couple weeks ago. Do want to tell you all that they are selling these kind of like separate, so you can get just the CD and the CD Blu-ray or CD DVD combo pack. You know, for the couple extra bucks, make sure you get this one, okay, which has the Blu-ray and the CD. I made the mistake initially of ordering just the CD copy. For some reason, I thought I had ordered the bundle pack, and then I got it, and I was like, "Where's the rest of it?" And after listening to it and really liking it, I was like, I really want to be able to watch this. And of course, it's got some extra tracks and things like that on the Blu-ray. So I rectified that and picked up the correct one, which is really, really cool. So I actually happened to see the band on this tour, so just a little bit of history. So back in, 2015, Coverdale decided he wanted to revisit, that's David Coverdale, wanted to revisit some of those old Purple classics that he sang with the Mark III and Mark IV versions of the band back in the mid-70s. So, and quite frankly, who's really playing those tunes anymore? If you're an old Deep Purple fan, unless you go and listen to the albums, other than maybe Glenn Hughes doing a couple tunes when he does some of his solo tours, when are you hearing those songs? So Coverdale and company decided to go into the studio and do updated versions of a lot of Purple classics from the Burn, Stormbringer, and Come Taste the Band albums. Really, really cool. I dug it a lot. It was very popular, sold well, so they decided to go out and do a tour and across the world, across the globe, I should say, where they played like half Purple classics from that era of the band, as well as half Whitesnake staples. So I happened to see the band that year, I believe it was 2015, summer 2015, in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and it actually happened to be the show, and I had a blast. My wife and I went. It was her first time seeing the band, and I've actually seen them a number of times, but we had a really, really good time. We stayed at the Trump Tower Hotel, or Trump Plaza Hotel, whatever the hell it's called, and it was just a really good show, but the show was kind of notable for, that was the night that bassist Michael Devin proposed to his girlfriend, Drea Di Matteo, from The Sopranos, and she came out on stage and he proposed to her. So it was actually kind of cool, really cool moment. But anyway, I digress. Back to the album in hand. So what you've got here is, you've got, from my recollection, it's pretty much most of the set that they played live that night. But this was recorded in Birmingham over in the UK. Nice big crowd. Slightly different set list. I think there's a couple tunes that might be missing here, but for the most part, it kind of the same set that I saw. So you've got Burn. Well, before we get into the set list, let's take a look at the package here, right? So there's the cover. There's the back. If you open it up, you got Mr. Coverdale. You got Red Beach on guitars. There's Mr. Devin on bass. On this side, of course, we got Joel Hoekstra. And then if you take out this part's the CD, you've got Mr. Tommy Aldridge. And if you pop out the Blu-ray, you've got, I believe he pronounces his name, Michele Lupi, Italian keyboardist extraordinaire. I believe he's Italian, or is he Spanish? I think he might be Italian. Anyway, it's a really, really good package. I actually, like I said, I've had this for a little bit, but I actually sat down and watched the Blu-ray last night. Cranked it up, had a couple of glasses of some cool stuff, and just really got into it. So it kicks off with a supercharged version of Burn, which is just heavy and epic. Then they launch into Bad Boys. Then Love Ain't No Stranger. Both of those two are classic Whitesnake tunes. The first Bad Boys is obviously from the 1987 album. Love Ain't No Stranger from the Slide It In album. Yes, that's right. And then you got some Purple tunes, right? A great, great version of The Gypsy, one of my all-time favorite Purple songs from that era of the band. Then we go to Give Me All Your Love, another Whitesnake classic. Then we go back to early Whitesnake for Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City, a really, really good kind of sing-along version. Then a killer, Mistreated, classic from the Burn album, with a just ripping guitar solo from Rhett Beach, who's kind of like the musical conductor of the band now with this current lineup. Then it launches into, of course, You Fool No One, which is heavy, rampaging, with a killer drum solo from Mr. Aldridge. I mean, this guy, he's got to be pushing 70. How old is he? 67. All right, close enough. So he's a year older than Coverdale. This guy is 67 years old, and he plays the most ridiculously mind-bending, jaw-dropping drums you'll ever see. And you know what? He outplays almost any other drummer alive who's probably half his age. It's just incredible. You know, I've been seeing Tommy Aldridge live on stage for the last 35 years. I've seen him play with Ozzy. I've seen him in Whitesnake numerous times. I mean, this guy is just like a ridiculous drummer, and he still brings it. He still brings it. It's just unbelievable. Just all this crazy double bass drum stuff, just acrobatic, and then with the hands, it's just anyway, it's mind-boggling. I was watching this last night, and I'm like, this dude is a freak of nature. So then from there, Joel comes out on acoustic guitar with Coverdale, and they do a really cool rendition of Soldier of Fortune. Then, of course, you got Is This Love? And then a really spirited version of Fool for Your Lovin'. Then, of course, Here I Go Again. Everybody's up and singing, what have you. And then they kill off, or they finish it off with Still of the Night, which is just brutal and heavy. And, I got to tell you, Coverdale sounds really good in this show. He sounded great when I saw him. Granted, this is not the Coverdale of the late 70s and the early mid-80s. He's never going to be that guy again. He's 66 years old. But for a guy who's 66, he certainly does a really good job singing some of these old classics, which, there's other singers out there from that era who can't hit those high notes. And, he does a damn good job. Like I said, he's 66 years old. He's not 35 anymore. So I cut him some slack. I think he does a damn good job. And Still the Night is great on here, obviously. So if you get the Blu-ray, you got a couple bonus, and it's a shame they don't have the video of them, but you've got a couple bonus audio tracks, either from various other shows. Excuse me, and including You Keep on Moving, a great tune from the Mark IV era. You got Lay Down, Stay Down, another cool tune. Lots of Notes, which is basically the guitar solo with Beach and Hoekstra. Very, very cool. And then to finish it off, a barnstorming version of Stormbringer. In addition, there's also a little kind of interview with Michael Devin, as well as a music video for Burn. So a pretty cool package. I dig this a lot, and I don't know what else to say. I just love this band. You guys know me. You've been following me long enough. Whitesnake is my third favorite band of all time, and I've got this thing with David Coverdale. He just could do no wrong in my eyes, and it's a great band. This is a really good band. It's one of his hottest bands he's ever had. Just everybody is just doing a fine job. Their keyboard player really hits the John Lord tones and solos very well on here. But I just think an all-around cool package. What's interesting, though, this was released on Rhino Records, considering that Whitesnake's last couple releases have all mostly been on Frontier, or at least the Purple album came out on Frontier. So, but who knows? They popped around quite a bit over their last bunch of years, so we'll see. But I think they've got a new one in the works that they're working on in the studios, which is really cool. I've liked their last couple quite a bit, so looking out for that. Anyway, that's it. So the Purple Tour live album, CD and Blu-ray, go get it. It's a lot of fun. Great versions of Whitesnake classics, as well as Deep Purple Mark III and IV classics. So done very well, and in Birmingham of all places, right? Why not? So anyway, visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. Look for us. We're on Twitter. Look for us. Of course, we're here on the mighty YouTube. We've been pumping out lots of stuff lately. We got more to come. I am ready to work on some more of those artist retrospectives. Like I said, we've got coming up. We've got Triumph and Deep Purple and Black Sabbath, Scorpions. What else have you guys asked for? Dio. Yes. I could basically do a band a week, right, at this point. But lots to do, lots to come. Make sure you like us, subscribe to us, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.